because losing out money. You got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space. And so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it. A man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
He's talking about getting in the butthole.
That was all the people that went to the puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You
By the Diddler.
should have a greater desire than being a man.
The Diddler.
So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because...
Did you guys know that the Diddler is sharing a cell with Sam Bankman-Fried? That shit is sauce.
They get fluid.
They did that shit on purpose.
And next thing you know, once it go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, you know, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Oh my gosh, dude. What's this guy's name? I forgot what this guy's name is. Okay, Valuetainment. He's the star of Valuetainment. Anyway, look at it. It's just like, I did not expect this dude to come on my show and say that shit, bro. I can tell 100% that's what he's feeling right now.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see
Sorry.
people struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy.
Damn.
And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because
That's
the aggression
crazy.
is
Is that
necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have...
Wait a second, though. He just dropped something crazy.
It can stay in place. What benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 bodies to go and get the role. They get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything.
I mean, you know what? I don't agree with everything Terrence Howard has ever said, but That was some quality wisdom right there. Um, if you sell yourself out, then did you really achieve anything? Or did you just sell yourself out? Terrence Howard dropped some fucking knowledge bombs on us just now. That was pretty deep, dude. That shit was pretty deep.
If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary.
I'm sorry, but the AI overview says he's correct.
You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Hey, did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the
Hell
consequences
yeah.
when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yo, give that man a raise because he knew what was up with Diddy. He was like, this guy's trying to you, Terrence. Hey, dog. I think he's trying to fuck you. How did you? How did, how do you even like go about telling that to like your boss? I think he's trying to fuck you. Is Diddy in the same room? He's just like over here. Like what the hell? Oh, dude, the Diddler strikes again.
Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in and make the approach, and you threaten to punch
That's
them in the mouth,
crazy,
or
dude.
threaten to knock their head off for talking
Hollywood,
to
bro.
you like, or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing, and have lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolute. But listen,
See
we've
what I'm
talked
saying?
about it. We've
He
had
had
a lot
no
of guys
idea.
on to talk about
He's
this stuff.
not
Are
lying
you
when he
done
said
with
that.
Hollywood because of
No,
this
I mean,
specific reason? Or-
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do. And
This is why I say I don't agree with everything he says.
that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is Terrance Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Minect. The QR code is down below, and let's have a great conversation.
Anyway, that was cool. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. that's going to be it for today. I only did 3. I have to figure out what's going on with npm. I did figure out the password while we were watching this video. However, I think I have corrupt files on that file system. I don't really care to solve that. So I'm actually just going to uninstall and reinstall. Fix the problem the old-fashioned way, baby. All right, that's it.